A pleasure to have you join us today on the program Woman to Woman. I am Adorable Adesuwa Osa Owage. Often the time, people experience marital crisis, and it gets to a point where a spouse or the other or both of them cannot take it again, and it ends in divorce or separation. One of those marital crises is what we're going to be talking about today, particular reference to the lady who allegedly lost her life in the process of chasing a cheating husband. How should a woman deal with cheating? Or how should a spouse deal with a cheating partner? This is what we want to look at today. What are the steps a woman should take, particularly a woman? What are the steps you should take if your man is cheating, or if you discover that your man is cheating? Can you really catch a man in the act of cheating? That's another question. Or sometimes this perceived cheating may be a figment of our imagination. Or is it a figment of our imagination? These are many more we're going to be looking at today on the program Woman to Woman. And honestly, I'm particularly saddened about the woman's death, a certain Mrs. Bassey, somewhere in Cross River State. Is it Akwa Ibom State now? Okay, somewhere in Akwa Ibom State. I'm particularly saddened by her death. It was just a needless death. Anyway, I have with me my beautiful friend who is always here, and it's just two of us in the house today. Bola Kalame is missing in action. Didi Ekpeyong is also missing in action, but Doris Oyinyechi Ogbefum is with us here in the studio, and we're going to be talking about this. Doris, happy to have you join us today.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Is it that you've added weight or what? You're looking so refreshed. You know, did you go for a retreat, something, you know?
Thank you so much for the compliment.
Yeah, you look so fresh.
Thank you. I'm happy that you noticed that.
Of course, now almost
God
everybody
has been
did.
faithful.
Oh, thank God for God.
Yeah.
All right, you heard about the story of a certain Mrs. Bassey, a lawyer, who died in Cross River State. Why am I saying Cross River now? Who died somewhere in Akwa Ibom State, allegedly chasing after the husband. She had a ghastly motor accident and she died. Now, when a spouse is cheating, particularly a man, if a man is cheating in a relationship, what is that woman supposed to do? Chase after the man?
Well, I would say this is a very big question. And I must say that it's quite unfortunate that we lost her.
Yes.
It's very, very unavoidable death. But I also want to plead that this should not happen again. Women should begin to learn how to be themselves, to keep to themselves, to love themselves, and to appreciate what they have.
Okay.
Yes.
So how is a woman supposed to tackle such a situation? Because
number one is that you need to keep to yourself. Stop listening to side talks.
Okay.
The more you listen, watch your peer groups, the type of friends that you keep. The more you listen to people who help you to monitor your spouse, the more problem you create for yourself. And it's not good for your sanity. Number two is that you should always have a reliable, a registered mental psychiatrist.
Why? Why would a woman need a psychiatrist? Because the husband is cheating?
No, not only, it's important that we always pay attention to our mental health. You must not wait for the problem to knock at the door. Okay. Before you begin to take care of your mental health.
We should not wait to do
Don't
curative.
Wait for the problem. Yes, for preventive measures, for your sanity's sake. You need it. Each and every one of us as human, we need it at one point or the other in our lives. You should not have to wait till problem begin to knock at your door before you begin to look for solutions, to go and look for psychiatrics. And you don't even have to think that it's only the mad, those that pick refuse in the dustbin that are mad. you know, we actually need that good state of mind to be able to handle issues of life. Yes. No human is perfect. Women do also cheat. I'm sorry to say this.
You don't have to be sorry
Women,
because it's a known fact.
Yes, women do also cheat. And it's also the responsibility of the man to also take care of his mental health to be able to surmount it. So as regards to this case of Mrs. Bassey, it's quite unfortunate in the sense that we did not, none of us now listened to her own side of the story. Nobody knows what actually happened, whether it's actually the side chick stuff that happened or the car failed brake. But from what is flying on the social media, we heard that she was chasing her husband who was with the side chick, which was unverified, so to say. But I am saying this is that, why I'm saying this is that if you find yourself in such scenario, please be yourself. Your husband is an adult. He is a human just like you. He has a mother just like the way you have given birth to your own children. Don't kill him because you think that he's cheating. If we all have our role to play.
Are you taking side with a man who cheats?
No,
now?
I am not taking side, but I am.
Or are you supporting?
I am not supporting
cheating in marriage?
cheating. I am not supporting cheating either. But I am saying it that there is need for you to play your role. And one of those roles that you need to play is high time we begin to pay attention to our mental health. It's causing a whole lot of problems.
You know that nothing hurts a woman more than to know or to see or to be told or to realize that the husband is cheating on her. It hurts so bad. It hurts to the depth of the woman's soul. And that's why you see some women do the unthinkable.
Okay, let me quickly take us back a bit to history. This part of the world is Africa. And we practice African religion before colonization. And this African religion, most of us grew up from a polygamous home. Let us be realistic.
Okay.
We grew up from a polygamous home and we saw how things were. I know that some polygamous homes are soured because of one or two issues that they assume that is as a result of polygamy, wives are too many, rivalry issues, competition, unhealthy competition and all of that. But there are still homes that benefited from polygamy. Most of us grew up from such homes. What has happened to our culture, to our norms? Why are we throwing away the good aspect of it?
Are you saying the man did well by
No,
cheating on
I
his
am
wife?
not saying that the man did well
Because
by
you seem
cheating
to
on the
be
wife. Because
promoting polygamy.
I am saying from my own point of view, taking a look at that woman, she's well looking, she looks nice.
Yes, she was looking good from the pictures
From
I saw
yes,
on the net.
the car was fine.
She looks well fed, good car.
Some persons will now say,
Lawyer.
what is she looking for?
Peace
You
of
understand?
mind.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
It is only you. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice.
Okay, what would
is-
she have done? What would she have done, knowing fully well that the husband is cheating on her, or the husband cheated on her?
You
What
know,
would she have done? Just sit down and...
because I have
They will look
also
on me.
seen cases where ladies have murdered their spouse as a result of this cheating. There was one that happened that the young lady set the man ablaze in the house and he died. That she discovered that the man impregnated another woman. A man who flew from wherever he was staying to come and celebrate her birthday. He never knew that he will meet his
Such a
death.
horrible end.
Yes. So what happens to such case? I would always tell we women, number one, let us keep to ourselves. Be yourself. The kind of peer group we have this time is very unhealthy. And let me be honest with you, majority of them are not happy. Even seeing you in such home, even seeing you being fortunate to have such partner as a spouse, as a spouse, they are not happy. They'll find one or two things to pull you out of that place,
Out of that man.
or even make the man to lose the woman. We must pay attention to this. It's also causing a big problem, because from what I
this is
heard,
perpetrated by women.
from what I heard that it was one of her friends who phoned her to come and see you. Your husband is with a side chick. You can imagine, if you even check the so-called caller, or the informant, or the whistleblower now, probably her own husband must also have been practicing such a thing, and she will not say it out. She will keep it to herself. You understand? So some of us must be very careful the kind of friends that we keep. Try as much as possible to make yourself happy. Happiness is a choice. Your spouse, yes, can give you happiness, fine, but it is you, it is your responsibility, it is your duty to make it innate. It should come from you. So I don't see it that you are living happily. I don't see that you have a problem of checking whether some of us go as far as checking our spouse phone. Which is supposed to be a private thing.
No, I
am a woman, you understand?
Yeah,
Let's be realistic. Let us be frank. Call a spade a spade. You understand? This is causing a whole lot of issues.
So women should avoid their husband's phone.
Please, man should also avoid the woman's phone. Please, let us have some respect. Let us have some boundary. If it's okay for you to check your husband, I wish you well. If it is also okay for you to be checking your wife's phone and be deleting some contacts in her phone, I wish you well. But I pray that such practice should not lead you into temptation of killing one or even killing yourself. See, there are a lot of things. Mental health is very important, because little thing triggers problem to the brain.
Yes.
You begin to have high blood pressure. You begin to put yourself on unnecessary pressure. You begin to fall into depression that is not necessary at all. If your husband is keeping a side chick, or your wife, I have seen a case where kids are being taken for paternity DNA.
Yes.
And it turns out to be 0 probability of paternity.
Wow.
Yes, when that happens, women cheat too. So why will that give you, you can't control it. Anything you cannot control, don't kill yourself about it. Don't kill yourself. See, I always say it. If you are not comfortable where you find yourself, quietly,
live.
Peacefully, live.
But unfortunately, in the society we live, you cannot afford to get divorced so easily, because they begin to tag you with some names that are so unprintable. Once a woman is divorced, there's a problem. There's a problem there. So that's why you see some women in trying to fix what is remaining of their marriage, in trying to make their marriages work, they go to the extreme. They do quite a number of things. Okay, I did a radio show on Thursday on this issue, and a caller called to say that he knows the family, the late Mrs. Bassey and the husband, that he knows them very well, that the woman is even aware that the husband is a chronic womanizer. He didn't say the man is a womanizer. He said the man is a chronic womanizer, and everybody knows. Perhaps they've been having such issues at home about men and all of that. I was thinking that since she already knows that the man is a chronic womanizer, she ought to have employed other measures, you know, either walk away when the heat is too much for her to bear in the kitchen, walk away, get a separation, or travel for a while. Maybe that will cure the man's womanizing. The man who called said the husband, Mr. Bassey, allegedly is a chronic womanizer, and then that even the woman that was in the car with the man was not a side chick, so to speak. But from the undertone, from what the caller was not talking about, from what you can read from the body language and all of that, she would have been a potential side chick. Because since the man is a chronic womanizer, the woman in question that was in his car was said to be a single mother who is not married. The guy saw her and gave her a ride, and the late woman's friend saw and decided to blow whistle. Is it everything you whistle blow? So I was thinking that there should be a different approach rather than chasing the man. So when a man cheats, exactly what is that woman supposed to do? Like a friend calls you now and say, Doris, I saw your husband somewhere with so girl and so girl. They will even describe the girl. Describe her from head to toe. What is that woman supposed to do? Jump up from wherever she's seated?
Okay.
Pick her car keys and start chasing? What was that woman ordinarily supposed to have done?
Do you know that in marriage...
That's applying the common sense theory now.
In marriage, compatibility is very necessary.
Yes.
And putting into consideration the genetics of both parties is also very important. To some women, they see cheating as nothing.
As normal.
As normal. Some women, if you call them, oh, I saw your husband, so place, with so woman. They really, where did you see? We just talk. She can just go there. If it's a fast food, oh, guy, you are even here. Can I have 1 or 2 plates? This one needs. This one, that will be an opportunity for her to pack and
to
pack.
Grab.
Yes, and go happily.
And go away.
I am telling you, happily.
And the man will not be able to refuse.
Exactly, happily.
For fear of the woman creating a sin.
Compatibility matters a whole lot. Just that some of us, when we see the signs in the beginning, we ignore it. We ignore it.
Desperation to get married.
Exactly. Or
thinking that you're going to change
the other person might be pretending.
Thinking that you're going to change the man.
Yes, we ignore it. Or maybe the other party was pretending. You were not able to avail yourself some certain threats that's supposed to put you off from such engagement. Okay, now, compatibility is one side, you know. If you are compatible with your partner, there are...
you are understanding.
That is where understanding comes in.
The point of
exactly.
Okay, he's cheating.
No, don't say he's cheating. See, let me tell you, when a man is rich,
yes.
Why is it that when a man is rich, women run helter-skelter
to get that man?
To get that man to answer his name.
To be his fifth
and get their own share of the cake. And there will be peace in that home. Why? Why can't they now say, oh, the man is cheating, and let me do this and let me do that? Let us be honest. Let's be sincere with realities, issues of life. This is reality. This issue, it becomes an issue when the man is not that buoyant. It becomes an issue to a woman when the man is not that buoyant. It is now a fun. It becomes a fun. When the man is rich, you begin to see the first wife even toasting other women for the husband to pick. Yes. Why are we not sincere? Sometimes I ask this my gender, what do we really want?
We want a loving man, kind-hearted, always there for us.
Good.
You know,
good.
247. The guys at your beck and call.
Pretty good. Now, you need a loving man. You need kind-hearted man. You want to be happy. You want this and you want that. Everything you said you want begins with you. How many have you given yourself?
Okay.
How many? If you want peace, have you given yourself the peace? If you want a kind-hearted man, are you kind at heart as a woman? It takes two to tango. See, everything is not all about men are bad, men are bad.
Okay, I've seen scenario where a woman gives everything to the man, her all. Everything. The woman is there 247. She's sincere with the man. She's honest in her marriage. She's giving her marriage the attention the marriage needs. And she's beautiful. Working class woman or a business woman who earns her own money. And she's respectful. Yet, the man finds time to give side chicks. What is it with men and side chicks anyway? That is a question I'm going to ask a man. And hopefully we'll bring one on the program. What is the thing with it with men and side chicks?
Well, I am not a man biologically, but from my biological features.
At least from your experience, you
have
attended
from what
to
I have
women.
read.
You have attended to women, you have counseled some on this issue.
But from what I read, I learned that men believe in what they see. Okay. They believe in what they see. And again, their biological formation and features also play a role to that effect. When they believe in what they see, they are moved with what they see.
They are moved by what they see.
And the body chemistry follows suit. You understand? I keep saying this, no human is perfect. Let us stop pretending. Actually know what you want. If you can read yourself and know what you cannot take, and it's that same thing you keep seeing, please, my dear sister.
Okay, let's look at
Give yourself peace.
During marriage ceremonies, particularly in church, you hear them taking vows to be with you, to do, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, in riches and in poverty, in all of that. They take their vows and they make promises to stick to each other. Whatever happened to that promises made? Are they just mere words? Or should women just stop believing in marriage under the act, that's you marry in church or you marry at the registry, or just do traditional marriage and let it end there with your mind open to say that, okay, it's traditional marriage, oh, this man has the license to marry other women. But when you take a vow, you know, when you do traditional marriage, it is a marriage that is recognized under the law. But for that marriage, you're supposed to, in a traditional marriage, you marry a wife. Some men do marriage on that customary law, and they stick to one wife because that's their choice. They just stick to one wife. I don't want to marry again. But you know that you have a window to marry one or two more or five if you can afford it. But this one that we do under the act, you go to church, you get your marriage blessed, and as you're blessing your marriage, you are eyeing a girl inside the church already. You're blessing your marriage, probably the, what do they call them? The ones that follows the bride, the chief bridesmaid. You're already giving the chief bridesmaid sign. You're giving your phone number. You're making arrangements already, or you're making arrangement with other girls. When you have just taken a vow that you're going to stick together, don't you think that we should just be doing our traditional marriage, marriage under the customary law, and know that, okay, there's window for this guy to marry again? Because you were talking about your grandfather. They did not do this Oyibo marriage. They did not do marriage under the act. Okay, what they did was traditional marriage, and there were not just one window, several windows for him to marry several wives, and the women, even if they complain, who is going to hear their complaint? But this one that you're married under the act, nobody forced you to.
Honestly, I am very happy that you said that our grandfathers did not do the Oyibo marriage.
No, they didn't.
Good.
They didn't do marriage under the act, whether in church or at the registry.
Good.
What they did was customary marriage, and the man can go and pay bride price for as many women as he wants.
Good.
And still keep concubines.
Good.
And nothing they happen.
Good.
But in this day and time, things have changed. If you have decided that you want to stick to one woman, stick to that woman. Which one is side chick and all of that for?
See, let me still keep saying this. It's good we tell ourselves the truth. We are talking about the man having side chick. What about a married woman?
Having side hen, side goat or
cock,
or side cock.
Now having a side cock.
Wahala plenty.
Yes, what now happens? See, human, we have a very difficult to handle.
Okay.
Very, very difficult to handle. I will repeat this again. Whatever we are, we can't give what we don't have.
What we don't have.
Whatever you want in life, provide it for yourself first.
Before you
take a lead. Lead by example.
Okay.
If you are a man and you want your woman to stick to you alone, please take a lead by sticking to her alone. Provide whatever that is your own responsibility to do in the house. Then, if your partner goes contrary, every human, we have crazy people everywhere. Not everybody is reasonable. So if you're unfortunate to find one, give yourself that peace. There is no pretense. Pretense cannot solve anything. Bubbling yourself into in a condition that is not conducive for you alone, one day it will burst. There will be an outburst. So,
and then that will just transmit to a temporary insanity.
Exactly.
All right, we're pressed for time now, Doris. The lady that lost her life, allegedly chasing her husband and a side chick, our heart goes out to her family and to the 3 boys she left behind. The bottom line is this: dealing with a cheating husband is not an easy thing, or dealing with a cheating spouse is not so easy. As a woman, if your husband is cheating, you are the one that chose that man for yourself that you want to marry. You should be able to stick to him. And when you notice that, I'm not an advocate of divorce, but when you see that you cannot bear the heat again, please take a walk and save your life so that you'll be alive to save your children. All right, and you must know the person you are getting married before you're married to that person, and decide within yourself that, okay, oh, this man is a cheat, but let me just manage him like that. It's either you do that or you take a walk, so that you save your immediate family tears, and then you save yourself from untimely death, and save yourself and give yourself a lot of happiness. So there is no how you can stop a man from cheating, except of course the man decides within himself to stop. He wants to stop cheating, or he does not want to cheat. So let's not kill ourselves, okay? So we do this again next week of Woman to Woman. Until then, woman, decide within yourself whether you want to leave
or to stay and keep quiet.
Or to stay and keep quiet. Bye-bye.
Bye.